go. Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video of mine on my YouTube channel. For today it is the 17th. It is Wednesday the 17th of January 2017. 18 I should say. Sometimes I'll say go back to last year instead, so I'm basically reversing time. Anyway, so 2018, and we have all these sort of 5 images here, because I'm trying to explain some of the episodes from Christmas time as well, 17, so that's where I get 17 and 18. I know that muggled up a little bit. So there's a lot of storylines that's happened. We've got like Aiden, which is in this picture here, Aiden Maguire, when he was actually getting a whole team together to do the heist, and that was like for Christmas Day 2017, and then the New Year's Day and stuff for the heist itself, the main sort of heist. Pretty good actually show, Eastenders. If you guys and girls haven't watched it, it's bloody marvellous TV series, soap, drama, or soap opera. Then we have like Max Branning's daughters, Lauren and Abby Branning, and they both fell off the roof, both of them. And this was, I think, around about, actually I think this was that was Christmas Day as well, when they accidentally fell off the Queen Victoria. I've got a lot of my videos on here, so I've done quite a lot of trying to explain some of the episodes. So this episode is for Monday's episode, and this was for the 15th of January 2018. And in this episode, it was only on for half an hour, roughly 27 minutes, give or take. So it all started off with a printer, a Canon printer by the looks of it, at the start of the episode. Max Branning basically printing something out at the moment, basically some paperwork. I think he was doing something to try and find out what he could do to help Abby out, who's in hospital at the moment from falling off the roof and gone brain damaged, and now the doctors want to turn off her machine, but he reckons he could get her to a sort of America to get the help that she needs in this episode. So it's like, in this one, he doesn't want to give up hope and stuff. And even though he caused the problem himself, because he was going to commit suicide, he was going to jump off a roof, because he literally basically wanted revenge, but then found out the revenge that he wanted wasn't really what he wanted and stuff. He didn't want to hurt people, but yet he had to try and redeem himself a little bit. But then his 2 daughters got into the crossfire and then fell off the roof, because they were trying to help him, trying to stop him from doing something absolutely bad and stuff. And then they fell off, and then he's regretted it basically throughout the episode on here. So now he's trying to redeem himself by trying to get Abby the help that she needs, any means necessary really. Then we've got, what else have we got here at the moment in this episode? Oh, we've got Tiffany pretending she was in bed, because she's trying to avoid her sister and all that, but she's trying to find out where Whitney's going at the moment, because she don't want her getting in contact with Bianca, because obviously she's she's hiding something, and she don't want her sister knowing where what her secret is. We don't know what her secret is at the moment. They're still trying to develop the bit of the story into it. So it wasn't yesterday, the day before, because it's Wednesday today. And Tiffany was asking Bex actually where she was, where Whitney is, and where she's gone. And basically, because they're all living under the same roof, and Bex is actually Martin's daughter in the show, so So now Whitney has gone off. She's trying to find out where Bianca is and what's happened to her. Then we've got Mel at the moment going into the cafe, trying to find what this woman wants. Oh, Aiden's, I don't know if it's his girlfriend or if it's his sister or some sort of family, which one was doing the heist, but she wants her money or something, or the bags of money, whatever Ben was nicking. But apparently they found out in, I think it was Friday's episode, that Ben didn't have any money in there, so someone's taken it. Mel's wondering where the money is, and also this new woman has just come into it. Oh, Aiden's partner in crime, or whatever you want to call her. And then she said she wants her to go and find out where it's always. And she said, if I was you, family, friends, to see. Oh yeah, she wants her to go and see her family and friends and make friends with them, just to be nice to them and stuff, because that's all she's got right now. Then we've got Sonia opening up the door because Whitney's knocking on the door, trying to find out where Bianca is. And she wants to know if Bex is alright. And she's asking Whitney if she wants a cup of tea now. So she's invited her in. And now we've got Max in the other scene with Josh and Lauren. So it seems Lauren seems to be okay. So she hasn't. She was in hospital for a little bit, but by the looks of it, she seems to be making a really good recovery after, like, was it a couple weeks? Well, actually about a week or so. She was in hospital before, fighting for her life, and now she seems to be on the road to recovery. But her sister's still in hospital with brain damage, so I don't know how they're going to develop this. Maybe they're going to turn her monitor off, her machine off, and then probably end her storyline there. But then how's Max Branning going to cope with that situation, because he doesn't want to let go of her and all that. So oh, he said he's got to get to the hospital apparently. Then we've got the Masouds, the auntie and uncle. Well, actually the uncle at the moment and the auntie there, all in the kitchen. And said he's doing some fresh melons or something. And he wants to know what's the matter with her. And it's all in the papers about the little girl or something. It went disappearing. So they've got to try and find out. It's going to put a little bad dent in them as being like sort of the guardians to the girl and stuff. And then we've got Mr. Masood turned up. He's got all his bags and stuff ready there. I said he's moving in. So he's been at the Skips looking for his pants. And he said it's a sort of his house as well. And apparently they've been putting something in the Walford Gazette about him. Talking about Mr. Masood, where he's been living in an ice cream truck. Apparently the social services one made a comment about it. So he's going to put a dent into the auntie and uncle for looking after the little girl. Oh yeah, and they said seeming he's going to be staying there temporarily until he's back on his feet. So he's moving back into his old house. Apparently he's got to start paying rent, and I'm thinking, okay, he's got to pay rent in his own house, which is his own property, and his auntie and uncle, so he's wondering what the gag is. And then he wants to know if this is, if we can sit clear. He said, you're paying me rent for you to stay in the house. But he said, now I've got to pay you rent. But he said, you'll be living in my house, rent free. So they're trying to do a dodgy one on him. Oh my god. Wow. And he said, well, what we're going to do then, he said. So he's having to come up with an idea and stuff now. And now he's saying, basically, it's got back to Max now. So he's in the doctors, and he's trying about talking about where they're regrowing stem cells to actually give her some life. So he's got to take her to this place, and he's asking the doctor about it. Apparently there's been some trials or something in the US. And he said it can actually have nerve cells to regrow and stuff. So he's basically saying there could be a chance. But with her condition, he said it's more of a high risk. He said if it was an option, but he reckons it's not. And he said to read the research about it to the doctor, even though the doctor's there. But I suppose in a way they've got to try and find out some sort of boundaries to do with her brain damage. Ooh, alright, what's this? I was Mel getting out of the car. Now she's going to, what is this? Let's have a look. So going to the, I think she's going to the club, is it? I don't know, let's have a look. Bloody little adverts on here, because I'm watching it on the actual web page at the moment, through some of the clips. Because what I tend to do, right, when you're watching an episode of a TV series, I technically try and watch it 2 or 3 times, so I can get the information and all of that. Not sure what we're doing at the moment. Ooh, about 13 minutes in. Not bad, not bad. Well, on good time. Well. So she's going to the R&R at the moment by the looks of it. Oh, no, she's walking away. So she's trying to go into the street at the moment. I think she's going to the cafe. And now we've got that girl that works on the front stores, trying to sell off her clothes, but she don't want that tapped apparently, and she's not looking for a silk blouse. And that woman in the wheelchair, she says she ain't leaving until she buys some trousers or something. Now she's calling her a snobbish cow to Mel and all that. And she's giving her like the eye down stuff where she's looking eyeing her and all that. Eyeballing her. Then we've got Martin now. Wondering if old Tiff is just being Tiff. Oh, Tiffany. To Whitney and all that. And basically she says she's on about going back to Wakefield or something. But she says she ain't doing anything until it's all sorted, until she can find out where Bianca is and what the problem is. Oh, she says she's telling Tiffany to get dressed because they're gonna see Bianca. And then we've got Mr. Masood coming back into the pub because he wants a job. And he's asked Linda, basically, oh, I'm not talking to the organ grinder, because he wants to talk to the main sort of person behind the bar, the owner. Now, everyone's in the pubs smashing up everything. And oh, Shirley Carter is like, she doesn't want him in there, working in there. And he said, if you employ me now, or actually do a sort of a talk and stuff to review him. Because basically he wants an interview, and he said if you could save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money. Then we've got Tiffany having another panic attack. So obviously there's something there that she don't want to go back to see Bianca for some reason. So apparently she don't want to go to Milton Keynes where her mum's supposed to be or something, or Bianca. And that's Whitney's mum as well and stuff, Bianca. Oh no, she's trying to get her sister Whitney to basically swear not to tell anyone. She's trying to make her a promise now. So obviously she's hiding something. Well, she don't, unless she's pregnant, but I wouldn't think so because she tried it last time. Tried to do it. Maybe there's got to be something more there. What do you guys and girls think? Do you think there's something more there if you're watching the TV show yourself? Then we've got Max putting a picture of the whole family up in the hospital where Abby is at the moment, lying in the bed fighting for her life. So he's put a little picture up there of the whole family. He's holding her hand and all that. And said he just wants the whole family to be back to like it was. Yeah, just be happy like they used to be. And Lauren's there. And then Shirley Carter said to Linda it's pointless for Mr. Masood to have a sort of like an interview or to get him to work in the pub. And said he was doing, she said she's doing Linda a favour. And he wants to shake Shirley Carter's hand. And he said, let's get the interview done. Now we've got Linda asking him if he's ever worked in a bar before at all. And he says, no, but he used to own the Argy Bargy, I think it was called. And Salam Masood company. They used to do like sort of I think it was like Indian food. And then he said he's had some obstacles as well and all that. And then Shirley Carter started being a bit sort of like racist in a way, saying, I thought you lot couldn't serve like alcohol and stuff. And then he goes, what do you mean by lot? He said if you mean Muslim. He said, well, Muslim and all that. But he said I don't drink it, but he said I don't have a problem serving it to others. And he said about him being an exemplary employee as well. He said he hasn't got a problem serving it to others. And he said it's a case, he said, why wouldn't you employ me and stuff? So he wants to know information off her now. And then Shirley was saying to him, and for some guy who can't even sell a 99, other words, ice cream and all of that in an ice cream van. And he said, you may not think I'm a type of guy you would have working in your bar and stuff as a barman, he said. But he said he don't want to make, mention any names and all that. But he said there's a history that comes in the working in the pub and all that. So there's been a history of people in there which they wouldn't have employed either. And he wants to know, he said, if we're going to do blunt and stuff, he said he's just saying. He said most people that have worked there, he said they've been slightly dubious. 3 steps over the moral line. Now is Shirley Carter's trying to sort of do one a little bit over him, saying, oh, is he alright on the pedestal, at the top of the pedestal and all of that, if he's alright up there. But he said he's just doing it because he's doing it because of being family man and all of that. And he said he don't cross the line either, or do anything illegal. He said basically, Shirley and Linda are basically hiring a sort of like a decent person, a guy who does it by the book and stuff. But she's feeling a bit doubtful by it. She said he needs a physical mental transplant. Oh, Shirley Carter, that is. And then he's saying from one family to another family member, he said basically wants the job. Then it goes into another scene with Mel and Kathy in the cafe. And she said the more they get older and stuff, the more they seem to be coming towards their roots and stuff. Mel was saying to Kathy. And she's trying to find that she hasn't got nowhere else to stay. But she said now that Ben's gone off on his travels, she's wondering if his place is free and stuff. Oh, Ben Mitchell's place. But she's wondering, Kathy doesn't know if it'd be right for her and all that. But apparently she's got to speak to Donna and Jay about it because they're the ones that's running the place. And then she's asked Kathy, she said when she's got time to do her a nice latte and all that. And she said she'd bring it over for her. Alright, so we've got Max now in the hospital with Abby lying with the respiratory stuff on her now, all the apparatus and stuff on her while she's lying in bed. So we've got the whole machine attached to her, which they've been happening anyway through the series up to this point from when the incident happened. So she's just lying there. Max is just standing there right next to the doctor. The doctor's just come in and he said it's a bit of interesting read that he needs to look into. He said the study seems to be an interesting read, but he's looking in the wrong reasons of it. But he said the doctor says he could wish he would be more positive about it. He said you and your pseudoscience and all that. He said I bet they thought about when they brought in about chemotherapy. He said about these trials, about the drugs and all that. He said it's changing all the time. But he said all the treatment that for his daughter and stuff, he said there's got to be something they can do. And the doctor's asking him how much her life is. And how much they're looking to charge him to treat his daughter. Now Lauren wants to know as well. Oh, so apparently they're charging him 2 million. He said 2 million to save my daughter. He says I'll raise the money. But he said, do you doubt me? He says, I don't doubt you one bit, he says to Max. But he said that, Abby's not in just a vegetable state. Apparently she's already dead, sir. But he said he's sorry to be blunt about it. But he says it's nothing to do with trying to find a way to do quality of life. He said what he needs to focus on. And that was it. Yeah, basically he said it's essential that they must learn this fact. He said what he needs to do is try and find out what's best for her and to dignify her as well. Make her more dignified and all that. Oh, bloody hell, I need to skip the adverts again. Right. Now he's going and sit down now, he's looking at some papers. I know Lauren at the moment is trying to make him understand as well. So she wants to try and help him. But thing is, I don't know, at the moment he's thinking about himself and he's not thinking about Abby at the moment. So, and then we've got, it's back to Tiffany now. She's just drinking some orange juice. And she's just checked some sort of letter. Saying she's gonna, by the looks of it, from Whitney. So she's gonna try and find her or something. Try and find Bianca. That's why she's gone to the train station, I believe. Oh, and now we've got Mel talking to Donna. About a place to stay. Oh, she wants to buy some silk trousers. And Donna said, oh, they're just over there, but like a sort of a sarcastic talk on it. And Mel was asking her if she had a spare bedroom that was going. Oh, and now we've got another scene now. Just quick. I like the ways they do it, where they quickly transcend, but they need to make them a little bit longer, I think, and they need to roughly do them. Each episode should be on for about an hour, I think, not just half an hour, because there's not really much storytelling just from one episode. So we have Whitney getting chased after by Tiffany. Tiffany's chasing after her because she's going to the, I think, the train station. And Tiffany wants her not to go, but Whitney wants to know why she's trying to stop her in the first place. She said, you either come with me or you don't, she's saying to Tiffany. And now she's begging her as well to not go. Oh, she's nearly getting run over, and there's a car nearly ran her over then. Nearly ran Tiffany over. And now Whitney's just ran up to her and stuff, trying to put her arms around her, trying to comfort her. Now Shirley's trying to, it goes back to Shirley in the pub now, in the Queen Victoria, talking to Masood, because she wants to give him the job, because Linda's given him the job already, but Shirley's trying to make him sort of like beg and stuff. And she said, you've already got the job, but she said, thanks for begging and stuff. And he said, oh, I'm begging you and all that. And she said she gave him the job already. Apparently minimum wage and no guaranteed shifts. 4 packets of crisps a week. And any stale packets of crisps, he can eat as many as he likes. What the hell? Make it 5, he goes, and he said, you got a deal, he goes. Oh, it does, she don't want to shake his hand. And he said, oh, you won't regret it. Now we've got Lauren now walking in to him, to Max. She's saying to Max, oh, you've heard what the doctor had to say. And he's trying to ignore her and stuff. And she said, oh, are you listening? And he's on the phone. And he said he's making one of these sort of fund pages and stuff, so he can get the money to take her over to America to get her surgery. And he said hopefully it goes viral and all that. He said it ain't over. He wants to take Abby to America to get the surgery done. Hopefully, I don't know how they're going to transcend the episode though. If they're going to like make it a sort of a happy ending for Abby, and then she gets better and then they finish her story off there. Or if they'll probably end up doing it so she can't come back at all and they just kill her off completely. Right, here we go, hang on. Oh, bloody adverts a minute. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:19 in the morning. Right, Mr. Masood's auntie and uncle are in the kitchen with Mr. Masood. And they're wondering if he's got a job and stuff. But he doesn't want to tell them he's working in a pub. So he's going to tell them a different lie. And they're saying, oh, what's your job then? And they're saying, they're for him next. He said his next thing, his auntie and uncle are saying for him to be next. They said he's got a job now. All he needs now is a good Muslim wife, apparently. And then they're asking him what his job is. Oh, he's a estate agent now, apparently. He's lying. He said maybe they should print that in the paper. Then we've got Donna just came in her wheelchair back to the house with Mel. And she said, O'Donna said to Mel that she only found out that Ben literally went off over the weekend, apparently. And they say, Mel's trying to say now, saying just to leave you, it's really bad to leave you in the lurch and all that at such a time. He said he gave him the money and stuff for the rent and all that for a little bit. saying oh, so Jay and Ben are like brothers, quite close and all that. And Donna said, yeah, and it's quite gross, they said. She said, but in a sort of a sarcastic way. Oh, Jay's just walked in, saying that she just saw about the cafe and all that. Oh, Kathy. And saying that Mel wanted to stay at the place and all that, wanted a room. So Mel now said if it's all right for her to go and see their bedrooms and that, to see if it's all right for her. But she's quickly closing the door, which she's got there. She's having a quick snoop around. I think she's trying to find the money, or whether he's hidden the money. And they're all talking about Ben outside while Mel's in the room doing a snoop around. And she's having a look under the bed and the cupboards. And she couldn't find anything. And she said, oh, thanks for letting me to look around the bedroom, but she said it's not for her and all that. And now she says she'll be seeing them. And then it's back to Whitney now and Tiffany. And Tiffany said, oh, Mum'll be alright and stuff. I'll be Anchor, basically. To Whitney, she said it'll be alright. And Whitney's trying to comfort her a little bit. And she wants to know if she can stay. But what is her secret? And then we've got Martin asking how is she. And Martin said if anything bad would have happened by now, that something would have been talked about already. Oh, there we go. Right, hang on. Oh. Right, there we go. That's better. That's back. Hopefully it's back. That was weird. Yeah, so it finished off there really for this episode, actually. Right, so there wasn't really that much for this episode. Anyway, guys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, do like, favourite, share, comment, subscribe. Cheers all for watching. Stay safe. Have a good one. And yeah, see you soon on the next episode, guys and girls. And I'll see you soon.